Hey, welcome to Mastercam again. Gonna mill out that plaque I started before, the one I made in CAD and made all the different layers. All right, first things first. I'm gonna remind you that we're in metric right now. We don't want to be, so I'm gonna go to File and Configuration, slide down here and go to inches, and then change it to imperial. There I am down here. Perfect. And then I'm going to go load my file in. So I'm going to open my file. I'm going to go to my computer. It's in this folder. Oh, look, it's not there. That's because I have to make sure I turn on AutoCAD files. And there it is. Open that up. There's my guy. It's got lots of different layers in it. First things first, though, layers are down here. It's called levels in Mastercam. Going to go here to machine and load up the default machine here. And open up my dialog box, change my tool settings. There we go. And select, drop down bar, go to library, and slide down to the bottom. And there's wood and checkbox. I'm going to go to stock setup, going to display, do the corner, going to go 10 for the height. That's this way, Y, and 14. That's X, that's this way. And 1. Beautiful. All good. Checkbox. There's my red border around. I know I'm looking good. And now what I want to do is turn off all the layers except for the one that is the outline. I'm going to start there. And you should always start there too. So here's my way to turn layers on and off. Level. I'm going to checkbox the actual layer I want to work on, which is the outline. So there's the checkbox. And then I'm going to actually turn all the other layers off. And look, I just end up with my layer guy. And I'm going to do the outline, so that's going to be a pocket. So I'm going to scoop out all the wood between here and here. So there I go. And I'm going to select the border and the object. That's going to remove all the material in here. I know I did a good job because I got 2 green arrows. So slide over here to checkbox and pick the tool. And I got to select it from the library. So number tool number 1 is 1/2 inch. Checkbox. Select tool. Tool number 2 is 1/4 inch. Checkbox. And these are end mills, remember. 1/16. Checkbox. And select library. Number 4 is 1/8. Beautiful. Checkbox. All right. I'm going to select that guy. I'm going to go to cut parameters. Remember, I have to get rid of this, so that's 0, 0. Roughing, I'm going to make it a zigzag pattern. Entry motion, I turn off. Finishing, I leave on. Lead in, lead out, I turn off. I put in my first cut depth, which is minus 0.25. And checkbox. Now, I could verify this and make sure that it all works, but last time I did that on my computer, it crashed. So I'm probably going to wait till near the end, because really the lesson's just about turning layers on and off. But I would check virtually every single time. So I'm going to come back here to Toolpath, and I would normally go Select All, Regen Path, and then I would go over here to Verify. But I'm not going to do it right now because I'm a little nervous since it's already crashed on me once today on my old computer. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of all these lines, right? So I'm going to turn them off. And I want to go around this and make it nicer. So this is going to sound familiar. So I'm going to go to Contour. And I'm going to select the inside of the border, counterclockwise green arrow. I'm going to select the outside of the outline. And that is going to be the tool on the outside. And then I'm going to go to checkbox. And then I'm going to slide over here to tool. I'm going to go 1/4 inch. I'm going to remember to make the speed 59. I hope I changed the other one. I think I didn't, so I may have to go and modify that 10 and 60. 59 because it's tool 2. Tool 1 is going to go at 60, and they all have different speeds. And here I could write some stuff about the depth of the tool and what tool I used if I want. It's sometimes helpful to keep things organized. Cut parameters, I don't need to change anything here other than to check the computer's on. Lead in, lead out, we turn off for our work in wood and acrylic. And linking parameters is where I'm going to put the depth in. And if you recall, the pocket was down 1/4 inch, so this one's going to be down 0.25. And all of this would come from my sketches and the work that I had done earlier. So, checkbox. Now, remember, I messed up here. I didn't get the speed right on this one, so I'm actually going to select that, go back to Tool, and fix the speed up. Tool 1 runs at 60. Those are inches per minute, and then 10, and then 60. Great, and blah, 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 what I did there. Checkbox. All right, I am looking good now. So I have that, and I have around here, so I get a little more detail. But I could go for a little bit more detail, so I don't know if you remember, but if I select this one only, I can right-click. Hopefully it will come up, yep, and I will copy it, and then I will right-click and paste. So this is the exact same toolpath as this one. Now I want to change this to half the diameter again, which is an 8-inch tool. So I'm going to go to Parameters, change that tool to 1/8 inch, which is right here, 1/2. The 3/16 is really only used to pocket small spaces that the 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch won't fit in. It's not ever used for contouring. So anyway, 1/8 inch, so you can count down, that would be 57. And 10 and 60 stay the same, and blah, 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 because it copied all the same stuff. And I would go, same depth will be here, see, -1/4, so checkbox. And now we're all set. Do you notice that the red X is there? That's because I changed something, the tool, and so I have to select all and regenerate the path. If you see red X's in here, then you need to always select all and regen the path. Okay, I'm looking good. I have the outline. It's completed. I don't need to do any more. So I'm finished with that. And so I'm going to turn that layer off and work on a different layer. I'm going to get rid of the tool paths first, though, by hitting the wavy thing. So then it puts them all on, turns them all off. Okay, I'm going to come back to levels, and I am going to work with the face. So checking that and turning all the others off. So there's the face. So I am only going to pocket the face. This is how we do things. We work our way from top down. The hat, I'm just going to leave, and it will eventually be there on the surface, as will the border be, and then I'm going down 0.5, just like my sketch for the face. So here I go. I'm going to do a pocket, and click it. Doesn't matter what way the arrow goes in a pocket. Checkbox, tool, use 1/4 inch, 59, and 10, and 60. And blah, 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 about the depth and the tool and everything. All of this will stay the same, and then I just have to put in here the new depth. And I am only going down 0.5 according to my sketch. Checkbox. Now, I want to do the engraving that's in there too. So I'm going to do that probably right now. So since it's already there. So this toolpath is there. I'm going to go back to my toolpaths. So there's my toolpaths. That is the pocket. That is the face. I am going to now do the engraving in here. So in order to do the engraving, I'm going to go here to Contour. And I'm going to pick this bounding box. I'm going to roll in here, so I'm going to get closer, and I'm going to make a bounding box around what I want to engrave. All right, and then if you look up there in the left right here, it talks about how to get out of that, so I'm just going to hit Enter. It's going to ask me where I want to start my engraving. I'll start right there. And checkbox. And the arrows mean nothing for engraving. The tool. I haven't loaded it yet, so I'm going to select it from the library. So here I go. All the engraving tools are already up because I put them in earlier, so I'll just show you where they are. Filter. So there's engraving tools. There's end mills. If I didn't want any tools on, I just say none, and then if I could just select engraving or just end mills. So checkbox. And we're going down to tool 425. That's the same tool as we use in our machine. It's got a really sharp tip and it's 60 degree. Checkbox. And the feed rate for this guy is 56. It's our 5th tool. You plunge at 10, nice and slow, always, and 60 for retract. And I can write in here, you know, blah, 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 engraving the face with the engraving tool. So that is done other than the depth. So as I told you before, this surface is down 0.05, so I have to go minus 0.08, which is 0.03 deeper than the surface that you want to mill on. So, checkbox. Oh, a syntax error. All right, well, I guess we're done. You get the picture. From here on in, all you do is you just keep going. Well, maybe I'll just try clicking that. Maybe I had oh, I do. I have an extra dot here. Whew, I got worried that I did something silly or got kicked out. 0.08. Okay, I had an extra decimal. So, all right. Oh, now it's not successful. Now that's because you say okay. It's going to say that for all of them. You're going to go here to parameters because I forgot to check something. I should have gone to cut parameters because it was engraving and turned the computer off. So checkbox. And look, big fat red X because I changed something. So select all, regen path, and it's happy now. All right, fantastic. Let's do one more layer before I run out of time. I'm only going to go to 15 minutes. So I'm going to go to levels. And this time I'm going to do the dress. So I'm going to make that the layer of choice, turn that guy off, and now I'm going to take the, go back to toolpaths, I'm going to hit the wavy line to get rid of the old ones. Boom, they're all gone. I'm going to pocket in here and I'm going to engrave that. So here I go. Pocket. And just doing the inside of this guy. Oh, sorry. Obviously, I have to pick the chain. Sometimes you have to do that. I don't really know why. Checkbox. And then the tool is, I'd say 1/4 inch is fine. And I might clean it up with the 1/8 inch after, but I'm not going to do that for right now. So that's 59 because the 1/4 inch, and 10. And 60. Excellent. And again, blah, blah, blah. And then I would come over here and I would change that depth to minus 0.1. Because again, that was according to my sketch. Remember, I had all 5 of these layers. And I'm going down 0.5 because 5 went into 0.25, 0.05 times. So checkbox. Great, that was done correctly, and now I'm going to engrave that. So here I go, contour. I'm going to do that box around it again. And remember, you just hit enter to end it. So it asks me where to begin, click, and then I'm going to go checkbox. And then this time I'm going to go to the tool, pick the engraving tool still again. The speeds are good. Going to go to cut parameters. Yep, it's still off like I want for engraving. And then remember, it's at, that was 0.1 that layer down, so I'm going to go 0.13, 0.03 deeper than the layer I was on. Checkbox. And yeah, great. All right, so I don't think I'll be able to do any more layers, but I think you get the picture. I'm going to maybe make them all. Well, I could try one more. No, I'm going to run out of time. So let's go back to toolpaths, and we'll do select all and regen them all. So, and then we'll actually try and, I'll turn the layers on. So turn them all back on. And we'll see what we get so far. So here we go. And select all, regen path, and I'll try and see what we have done so far. If it kicks it out, well, so what? All right, maybe not. Maybe we'll get her. Oh gosh, it's close, and we're kicked out. All right,